Hello there, my dear gamers. 2025 is almost at an end, so it's that time where we take a look at the future. The Stardew Valley 1.6 update did not disappoint, and it has me looking to the future with hope and excitement. As you must know, Concerned Ape's next project is called Haunted Chocolatier, and we've been given painfully little information to go on with so far. We know the basic premise, but most of its secrets have been kept under wraps. Until now, Detective Lily has spent the last month scouring forums, combing through trailers, and obsessively monitoring Concerned Ape's X account to find 3 things you didn't know about Haunted Chocolatier. I like to release an update of our collective knowledge every few months to keep everyone hyped and excited for cozy chocolate making. Like and subscribe for more Ezlilyy, and feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In this game, you take up residence in an abandoned haunted castle where you can craft and sell chocolates. Of course, this is only part of the experience. Your haunted castle and its chocolates are part of a bustling community, and an overworld beckons filled with monsters and precious resources. I love that we have the vibe of this snowy image as inspiration for the game. It shows up in this very first image of the original reveal trailer from 2021, and I gotta say, it really does nail that snowy, cozy feeling. Concerned Ape has been playing his cards close to his chest, revealing as little as possible before he's ready. However, he has tentatively revealed that the world of Haunted Chocolatier will be larger than that of Stardew Valley. You might conjure a mental image of Pelican Town for this comparison, but to me, it's gotta include Ginger Island and the desert as well. It's a reassuring sign of great things to come, since we've all heard AAA studios promise bigger worlds that end up with large, empty stretches completely devoid of personality. In this universe, a bigger world means more characters, distinct areas, and of course, more secrets. I cannot wait to discover them all. But where is all of this happening? In this screenshot, we see a character called Maddie asking the chocolatier about life in the big city. From the phrasing and dialogue options, we can deduce that this conversation takes place outside of the city, somewhere on a bridge with nature all around. I would even go so far as to say that this bridge forms the connection between the city and its outskirts. Some have speculated a connection between this city and the never-seen Zuzu City in Stardew Valley. Maddie seems to have a home in the countryside. Her tone could mean one of 2 things. Either she's never lived in the city before and is genuinely curious, or she used to live there and chose to move at some point. The latter is more enticing, since it leaves us to wonder why she left. Was it a bad relationship, or did she simply crave the fresh air? Only time will tell. The community has not been idle. Reddit user Snappervol took the time to go through every shot of the given trailers and screenshots to put together a concept map of what we know so far. This fountain is regarded as the central city square, and it supposes that our shop is in the northern side of this spot. It makes sense because Maddie asked about our life in the city. I like the idea of our home being more central than Stardew Valley, where you always had to run all the way to town to all the action. We might be a bit further up the mountain than right in the middle of the city, but still close enough for easy access. The bakery and blacksmith look to be in town as well. Judging from the paths leading to them, we can say that a painter's cabin stands isolated to the east, with more houses and a lab further to the west and northwest. These locations might still get shuffled around, of course. Our conversation with Maddie takes place on a bridge that stretches across a river. And yes, dear gamers, we have confirmation that Haunted Chocolatier will have a fishing minigame. I do believe it will be quite similar to the fishing in Stardew Valley, but I am curious to know its role in chocolate making. Perhaps it will simply be a good money maker. Farming also makes a welcome return. Sorry, I mean plant cultivation. My guess is we'll have a few planting pots available and not literally dig plots around the castle. We also meet Lily. Wait, what? Her room is giving major Emily vibes, and looking at that cassette player to the side, I'm pretty sure she'll invite us to listen to some music together as a heart event. In this scene, we get a quick glance at the inside of our castle. It looks like we start off with a kitchen with a direct route to the shop front. There's a chocolate bar on the counter with a pipe of sorts leading to the shop. It has to be a quick delivery system. Our shop front will be fully customizable, and as we see here, it can be expanded quite significantly. The potions behind the shop counter are the same as the ones on the bar in the lower east wing of our castle. This room also has a card table with an interesting looking two-player setup. Each player has 4 face-up or face-down cards with a central playing area. I wouldn't normally find this interesting, but there's a completely different card table in Nigel's bar. This one seems laid out for more players at a time. So I feel this has to be interactable, right? Nigel has the same flasks behind his counter, so we would likely need to purchase them here before unlocking it ourselves. It feels appropriate to unlock new strengths and products as you progress. Instead of expanding your castle with new construction, I have a feeling that we'll simply unlock new, sealed off sections, each with their own unique addition to your chocolates. A big thanks to Spoopy Spouses for confirming that there will be at least 4 ghosts in this game. Oddly enough, the townsfolk will be mostly unaware of these spooky friends. Perhaps they are confined to your castle. I do hope we'll be able to discover the reason all these ghosts are trapped here. Perhaps a long forgotten accident, or simply a gathering place for the unresolved. We also know that Concerned Ape used C# to code Stardew Valley and is still using it for Haunted Chocolatier. With his signature focus on a fun gameplay loop, I find this news reassuring. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? We've seen a screenshot of a big bee boss who's hanging out in its hive room. You can tell it's a boss from the spikes blocking your apparent entrance. It brings a few questions. Is there an entire hive area, or merely boss rooms in theme with the boss itself? This post implies that the hive is part of a greater area, perhaps a massive tree system. The possibilities are endless. We can tell that this boss has a charging attack where it aims its stinger and rushes at you from across the room. I wouldn't be surprised if it summons smaller bees to distract you as well. There's actually a bee boss soundtrack out already, which has been playing in the background. It sounds buzzy and upbeat, which makes total sense. Stardew Valley's soundtrack has become very recognizable. Concerned Ape has dusted off the old synthesizer and is making the game's soundtrack solo. Combat in Stardew Valley is quite fun, but I think we can all agree that there's not much depth to it. You can only attack in 4 directions with a standard attack and a special move. This move was usually a charge strike or block, but not much besides that. The trailer makes a big show of its overworld with hostile creatures. No doubt our chocolatier is foraging this world for powerful new ingredients. With more enemies comes more weapons, right? So I'm thinking we'll see a wider variety of special attacks. A bow and arrow were shown off as well, which marks a long-awaited addition of more ranged weapons. As in any good city, there is a good library. We know it will play some meaningful role in the story, but will mostly serve as a big collection of little comments, tips, and perhaps the occasional joke or 3. We know that Haunted Chocolatier will have around the same specs as Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley's release and updates have always started on PC, then made their way to console and eventually mobile. So far, a mobile version hasn't been confirmed, but we do know it will be compatible with PlayStation and Xbox. And there you have it, 30 things you didn't know about Haunted Chocolatier. It's no exaggeration to say that this is a game that I am supremely excited for. It's fun to speculate, especially in these times where we have so little to go on. We know at least that there will be some connection to Stardew Valley. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Chocolate Lily. Bye bye!